should. Okay, good. I got it. All right, we should be live.
Live on what? On YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube.
I didn't get nothing. I didn't get nothing. I didn't get a little alert or nothing.
Well, it takes a second, old man. Technology isn't omnipotent yet. See, I can get away with that because you're just a little older than me. So
I am, yeah, I am. I am a little older than you, and I got a.
respect your elders, motherfucker.
We starting them off right tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've been
Yeah.
demonetized from our non-monetized channel.
That's true. That's true. I was thinking about that the other day about the monetization. We talked about that the other day, last week, about too many ads and this and that, and I have a solution.
Okay.
So this show is ours, yours and mine, 50-50.
Yes.
So first 2 minutes are mine, second 2 minutes yours. Old person goes first. So every other 2 minutes, y'all can put an ad on my shit. That's what I'm going at. That's what I'm saying. I will take them. The checks, we don't have to make them the odd times, just make them the Cas, since they're going to go on my 2 minutes of the show. So basically what y'all are going to hear is you're only going to hear Matt talking, but my ads are going to pop up. They might be some erectile dysfunction stuff, some great video games, whatever it is, but every other 2 minutes
I
on
don't
my
like
stuff.
that at all because it's just my dumb ass talking and nobody wants to hear that.
But because then you can't be mad because it's on my 2 minutes of my time. Since we're sharing this, I've just figured I would share my side of it.
Oh my God. That's awful. Yeah, disregard that, YouTube. So they've changed it.
I thought of that last night when I was talking to you, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow before I say that." Do you know how much I was giggling without giggling? It's bad. It's hard to do when you know me and I just want to giggle like a little girl. Oh, I was giggling to myself. I was slapping my knee. Oh, it was bad. It was so bad. It's like, this is gonna be good. Yeah, so we'll give them the first four, and then after that, my two. So that way, we'll get to say hello and how you doing, and then you just won't hear me no more. Just get great ads every 2 minutes.
Great ads. They don't know what those are, dude. I'm telling
Hey,
you, man,
dude, I'm just saying. I want to. I don't care.
We grew up in the best. We grew up at the best time because we got the best of everything, and we get to watch the United States collapse. Because when we were kids, you would go to school and you would talk about funny ads that you saw because they had some absolute banger, hilarious ads. I mean, I think the caveman was probably the last. The Geico caveman was probably the last. Funny.
Yeah.
But
and they've been trying to hold on to that one for a while, to where he gets mad and all that other stuff. Yeah, they've been trying to keep him around.
Because we couldn't skip them back in the day, but you give me a skip button and then you're like, but you're not going to skip this one. We're going to talk about your yeast infection. Awesome. That's great. That's what I want to know about. I want to know how to get rid of my yeast infection.
And I'm look at the title of the show.
Yep. He's been awake, folks, for over 24 hours.
No. Look at how you spelled it.
Uh-oh. Did I spell it wrong?
And Adam.
Oh, Jesus Christ. See, I had to redo it again.
Yeah.
And Adam. That's close enough. I think it gets to the point.
Well, our secretary, we gave her the night off. So what happened was I had to let the dude do the typing, and as y'all can see, some of us
learning disabilities, so cut him some slack.
Some of us can't spell.
So I gotta apologize, and I'm gonna have to. Let's get the audio part going because I got an apology. I gotta go on an apology tour for last week. That means what happened. What happened was
he's kissing ass. I mean, he's gonna say sorry.
I don't like this sassy Cas. Go back to being tired. God
well,
damn.
I was drinking earlier.
Now recording. And welcome to this episode of your single because you're fat podcast. I'm
Well, that
happy
depends on
he's
how much
kids.
money you got.
Well, that's true. That is true.
I
But if
mean,
you're listening
literally,
to us,
literally, one of the first things I saw when I first started, I got my driver's license, was a dude that I don't know how he got in the car, but the chick was a 10 and he was driving a Corvette.
so he was in porn, is what you're telling me.
Well, how he found what he needed to get in porn, he needed help to find because he was that big of a guy.
Oh,
Because
that's
yeah,
gross.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, he
God
was a
damn it.
big dude. Maybe it was his sister, but my buddy and I was like, well, I guess you got to have money. It helps. So
So we're going to start off this week with an apology. Number one, for the YouTube watchers, I hit the button, which I do quite frequently, and moved our title card over to the left, so it's not perfectly centered. So if you're like me, it drove me up a freaking wall. So I did that. So I'm paying attention this
okay,
week. So I
okay,
fixed that.
okay,
Then
okay.
to my second apology, I put up 53 seconds of our last episode on the audio part, and I sent that shit like I meant to do it, and was awful. And I didn't
Yeah.
find out about it till Kaz's son said, "What the hell, Dad? 53
Yeah.
seconds." Then I get home, which sent me down a spiral. And so then I finally got it re-uploaded Tuesday, I believe it was,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, it's got a gap in the audio towards the end of the show. Just for some reason, it's just blank.
It was just we were giving you a moment of silence.
Yeah, I needed it. So this week I've already started off by misspelling the title, so we're just going to carry on the fuck ups until whenever.
Yes, we're just gonna carry on the tradition of greatness or lack thereof or whatever it is.
Greatness.
Um uh because well
Uh,
well, let's go ahead. How was your week? We'll start off like that. How was your week?
it was tiring. I was tired all freaking week. Um I don't know, man. I slept and slept and slept, and I just was ready for the week to be. In fact, yesterday, all day yesterday, I thought it was Monday until somebody goes, "What are you going to do this weekend?" And I said, "Ugh, I can't wait for the weekend." They go, "Well, you're off the next 2 days, aren't you?" And I was just like, "Are you kidding me? It's Thursday." Made my day. Legit made my day. I told you that last night. I didn't really do much of anything this week as far as like entertainment wise. Still watching Justified. Uh,
I,
it's
I'm
a
not gonna lie. Last weekend, I watched the first two episodes just because you've been watching it. I was like, that first episode was just so good.
it sets the show. It gives you everything you need to know about the character, the main character, and I can't
Oh
remember.
yeah, Raylan.
Raylan, yes, Raylan
Yeah,
Givens, and his
yeah,
dad's
Raylan.
a drug dealing drunk.
He's a hillbilly. Yeah, and it's just, I mean, I forgot how good it was. I was just sitting out there smoking a cigar, watching it, and it's like, next episode started. It's like, I need to go in up cold because I was outside, it's in the heat. I had the heater going, but still, it was. I was like, and and I got 4 animes I need to be watching, but that show is just so good.
And he can testify to this. I never stick with a show ever.
No,
It's very rare. I finished Star Trek Voyager, and so my daughter, she calls me one day this week, and she's like, "You busy?" I said, "No." It was the day I had to go back roads down to where we do our job, and
okay,
she's like, "I'm watching this show called The Orville. Have you ever heard of it?" I said, "Yeah,
yes,
I watched it." Well, I had forgotten that a month or two ago I signed up to Hulu. I'm watching Justified on it, but I forgot that it was on Hulu. So yeah, this is
yeah.
who you're dealing with. This is the guy you give control of the show to record. Just so we're clear. Um, so she says it's fantastic, and we talked for about an hour about the show. And my philosophy is you can tell if something's good or bad based on how long you remember stuff from the show.
Right,
So, like,
right.
if you watch a movie and you leave the movie, and a day later somebody said, "What's it about?" and you go, I don't know, Stompy robots, not a great movie. But if you could remember like distinct scenes, like
Hmm,
that
hmm.
tends to be really good. I can remember a lot of the Orville, like it's stuck with me. So I went back last night. I fell asleep on the couch watching it. Oh, what a great show. It's probably the best thing Seth MacFarlane has ever done. I never cared for Family Guy or American Dad, or he did A Thousand Ways to Die in the West, sort of
And then you
okay.
said that. I thought you said that was pretty decent.
It's the Star Trek I think people really want. Like it's more faithful to Star Trek than the new shit that they've put out for Star Trek.
Oh, the Orville is?
The
Yeah.
Orville. Yeah,
Yeah, but
it's
the cowboy movie you said was pretty good. I
it
remember
was
you
it was
telling me
good.
that.
Yeah, it was good, but I think the Orville is better because it's not just crass humor. The Thousand Ways to Die in the West is just dick joke after dick joke. I mean, but I like that. It made me laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but so I've been watching that. Oh, I got a new game. I'm playing Octopath Traveller 0. Uh,
Okay.
really good. It's really good. Still playing Inquisition. And other than that, dude, it was just fighting for sleep, man. My sleep paralysis demon and I were going toe to toe. uh, I saw a bunch of drama stirred up on the internet yesterday about somebody named Pokimane, so I unfortunately went and did a review, deep dive on that. I told you about it.
Yeah.
All because Skew did a video on it, which had me laughing. God, she's so inappropriate.
No, she's just the right amount of appropriate to me. She's just she just doesn't give a fuck.
So that Pokimane girl,
She's an attractive girl, but she's
she's
a box of
California.
rocks.
She's California, and I have no respect for Californians because they all think they're better than you, but they say the dumbest shit in human history comes out of their mouths. But she married herself. She bought herself her own engagement ring. Was going to marry herself, and that's when I kind of went.
That's not the best part. The best part is she says, "Oh, so you don't have sex for 2 days? You virgin again." So good.
She's like, I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
That's so good. Stop. So if you, I wish I could do her voice. So
I
if
know
you don't
it's
have
so
sex for
good.
2 days, you're a virgin again. That's how that works.
Yes.
Oh my God, she just had me cracking
And she
up.
said something about big dicks making you want to be a trad wife.
That's so bad.
Then last night, I'm driving home and I'm going through my feed. I stopped at the gas station, so I'm filling up my truck. It's Thirsty Whore. And I get a video by the Sean Ryan podcast. Apparently, and I've said this for years behind the scenes, that Dan Crenshaw's a bitch. A couple of my friends really like him, but yeah, he's a congressman, and apparently Sean Ryan questioned how he got his money. So now Crenshaw is threatening him with letters, calling it defamation, and he wants an apology video. And Sean Ryan was like,
he doubled down.
He goes, well, guess what? I'm not doing any of that. Come at me and we'll do discovery. We'll get discovery and we'll figure out how you made your money. How's that sound? I was like, yes, sir.
My thing about that is so many people on all the social media platforms question all these people, all of them.
Every congressman, yeah, from Nancy Pelosi to Hillary Clinton down to Dan Crenshaw.
What's their name? Elon Oman or whatever her name is from Minnesota.
Yep. I think
she's worth more than him. She's worth. I saw the other day, quote unquote. I'm not for sure. I saw it on the internet. So y'all don't kill me. Something like $85 million.
Oh, that's it. Oh,
that's it.
We just go write a check from the Odd Times podcast. That's small.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and but what I don't understand is when you don't make that kind of money. Now I don't know. I don't know if the guy's married in Texas. Maybe his wife's a millionaire. Apparently, I would think our buddy over there on the other podcast would have done that research. And if you watch that podcast, he didn't name his name.
Oh yeah, Tara Blake. She's got a mouth that doesn't stop. It's huge.
But what does she do?
That's what I'm looking.
She's probably a homemaker.
Blake is Houston congressman, so he is from Houston. She's got an Instagram. Known for deep inside trading She wrote a book or a movie about inside trading, so she knows all the secrets. That doesn't look good at all, does it? I don't know if that's her.
Oh no, it says Tara Blake is a litigation partner in the Houston office of Kirkland and Ellis.
Oh, okay.
Tara represents clients in high stakes class and mass action disputes. So she might make a little bit of money, but
The fact
but
that like see this is the Streisand effect literally in
yes,
action. No one was single out Dan Crenshaw. No one apart from people that pay attention, no one knows who the one-eyed pirate is. No one cares, right? Like
I didn't know who he was. I
I
mean, I'd seen him, but
I did because I had a friend that was like, oh, I really like him. So I started looking into him and I looked at his voting record for something we were doing on our show. And I was like, oh, this dude's a bitch. Like he's just in it for the money in himself. Like he wants to be the first one-eyed president. Not ever going to happen. Um, but so I knew who he was, but because he's threatening one of the top podcasts in America with
mm,
litigation, well, Sean took to the airways, man. It's on Twitter, it's on it's on everything. You
no,
can go
it's
watch 8 minutes,
everywhere.
and dude, I was clapping for
And
Sean.
he's calm, he's cool, he's collected, doesn't threaten, doesn't get mad. He's just like,
And he
we
brought
can go to court.
receipts. And he brought receipts,
Oh
which was
yeah,
awesome. And then he goes, "So you want an apology? I'm not ever going to say sorry." I was just like, "Yes."
yeah.
And Sean was he was an operator too. He was a Navy SEAL. He was I think he worked with Dev Group. I don't know. You can go watch him. He does.
Yeah, no, he's
He
he's a good guy.
yeah, I think so. But that I ended last night with that. I started with Skew in the morning talking about dicks and virginity, and I ended with One-Eyed Pirate being called out for being a punk. So yeah, so that's how my week went. How'd your week go? Take
My
it.
week went okay. I got some stuff to talk about though. My week went okay. It was okay. I got some good sleep this week. I listened to a bunch of podcasts and um I you listen to a bunch of different podcasts than I do. I've just been listening to a lot of Joe Rogan, but I've been looking for people that uh I'm getting pop-ups from Google Chrome talking about somebody's downloading files from my internet.
Oh
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Yeah. Um but I listened to some really good ones. I am a you know who Jelly Roll is?
No, I do not.
Used to be a rapper, now he's a country singer. He's got a couple good songs. Um you might know him if you saw him. He's a big guy. His wife is a pretty big breasted blonde, and but anyway, he's lost it in the last.
Wait. He's the one that was arguing with the Australian guys, Celsius versus
Yes, yes,
Fahrenheit.
yes, yes, yes,
Okay,
yes, yes,
okay.
yes. So he's lost in the last 2 years over 300 pounds.
Holy hell. Awesome for
Dude,
him,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, he's down to what he say. I'm gonna throw my computer through the window. Um, I didn't go anywhere I'm not supposed to go, so um, I can't even think. Damn
So
McAfee
it's
pop
okay.
ups, hot dog pancakes. So is the hot dog in the pancake? See, now Rocco's got me. God bless America. Just because it's your birthday, don't mean you get to bring me hot dog
That
pancakes.
reminds me of the Mad TV sketch where she just goes, "Uh-oh, hot dog." Just I don't know why. Yeah, she's the voice of Lois on Family Guy. I can't remember her name right off the top, but she was on Mad TV, and she'd go, "He looking like a man." Oh, apparently that Jelly Roll guy also does appearances in gay sports,
Yeah,
WWE.
he was on the Royal Rumble, I believe, the last one. But anyway, he so he talked about, he was in prison and he got out and he's done all this stuff. He actually does a lot of stuff and he goes to prisons and tries to help people rehabilitate, give people second chances and stuff like that. So he's a really good dude. But just listening to the podcast that he actually got to perform at the Grand Ole Opry,
Where
which is
is
pretty
that?
cool for a country. It's in
Where is that?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's in Tennessee. So when he was performing on stage, he showed, because he said he went there and saw some other country guy, and I don't know who it was. But anyway, so and he stops the song and says, "I'm sitting right there with such and such came up and sang, and I told myself one day I was going to perform at the Grand Ole Opry, all that good stuff." Well, then at the end, Joe Rogan shows a video of this same guy asking him to become a member of the Grand Ole Opry, and it's an all-star thing. Um, and you get to do everything. So you get your name on the wall, and like if you want, you can send a mail to anybody that was a member of the Grand Ole Opry, and you just send it to the Grand Ole Opry in care of whoever singer it is. That's pretty damn cool. But for somebody to go through all that trouble and Joe Rogan just have it to where he just shows up and at the end of the podcast, this video was there. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that
So
was
was
pretty
he?
cool.
So he was on the Rogan
Yeah,
podcast.
he was on the Rogan podcast.
He
Yeah, it was his latest one.
he does not look like what I figured a man named Jelly Roll would look like. So what did he go to prison for? Do you know?
I want to say drugs of some sort.
Not a shock. That's what a lot of people go to prison for. Uh, so there. So what else have you listened to? Because the only ones that I listened to one with this guy. I'm gonna pull it up on the YouTube. If you don't know who he is, his name's James Sexton. He is a divorce attorney in New York City. Uh,
Hey, talk for a minute.
if you find this guy on a podcast, I highly recommend it. He is awesome to listen to. He does MMA. He's kind of like well rounded. He cracks me up, and he basically just says what he thinks the truth is. He was on a podcast with a young guy he's trying to mimic another guy that does it. He always wears a suit. Well, this young guy's trying to do the same thing, which it's fine. Everyone's like, he's so good. I'm like, he's exactly like the other guy that does it. But needless to say, some of his stories, they had me in tears. I was laughing so hard. Like, just I like charismatic people like that. That's what carries, because there are podcasts that, and I tell Kaz this all the time. There are podcasts that like Rogan will have on, like he'll have a fighter on, and it's just the most unlistenable thing you've ever tried to listen to, because the fighter's just like, punch him in the face, yeah, didn't just hit him hard. Or Rogan will have on, and not just Rogan, but like some other podcast will have on celebrities. Those people are just dull. Like they're just the most boring people to sit and try to have a conversation with, because they have no interests. They're just dull. No opinions, because opinions get you in trouble. So whatever the going thought is. So there's a whole lot of those that I avoid. But like this guy's great, and I'll probably have to check out that Jelly Roll thing. I tend to stay away from performers though, because I'm just like, I don't know, man. Because there's the one tatted up face guy. I don't know. You guys in chat probably know who I'm talking about. Younger guy. He has, I think, I'm Tired. What the hell is his name? Um, he did some stuff with Ozzy before Ozzy died on an album. It was really good. But like, I'd listen to something with him, but for the most part, yeah, I'm gonna pass. I usually listen to stuff with Jesus, this is uncomfortable. Usually I'm talking to
What?
him. Oh, okay, you're there. I thought you
Yeah,
got
no,
up.
I'm
I was
back
like,
now.
okay.
No, I had to restart it because it was just beeping some sort of crap in my ear from Google Chrome about and it was just beep. It just kept popping up, and I got a pop up blocker and everything. It was just driving me nuts. And there it
That
is again.
that's correct, Sooner Girl. Post Malone. I enjoy that guy. That guy. And during COVID, I fell into one of his streams where he was playing like 90s rock and roll, and it was freaking awesome. The dude can play, man. Um, yeah, Post Malone. I would listen to that one if he was on Rogan, because that dude seems like my kind of dude. He's conspiratorial as hell. um,
Yeah,
but
I like Post Malone.
he's and I don't really listen to his kind of music, but because I enjoyed what he did on that stream, I started dabbling in it. It's not bad. I don't hate it. Um, because he did the one song that everyone knows, Rockstar. Yeah, it's okay. I don't hate it. It's not something I'm gonna pop in my car and try to as an old guy. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm hip. It's never gonna happen. I'm that weirdo that's listening to Metallica's version of Barry Manilow. I don't know. It's just two names it popped into my head. Um, but this guy's awesome, James Sexton. Dude, I hunted this guy down on every. He's got his own podcast. I forget what it's called, but his stories, man, that's awesome. So, what other podcasts did you listen to that?
I listened to Jelly Roll. Oh, I listened to what is his oh Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke was a good one. That dude is knowledgeable about movies.
It's just a shame he's not a good actor.
It just depends on what he's in, I think. I
Okay.
mean,
Well, and I haven't, to be fair, I haven't seen a lot of his stuff. Like,
well, he was in the remake of Magnificent Seven.
he was okay. He was the least believable part for me. But
Well, he was the
it was
drunk, wasn't he?
he was the drunk Confederate sharpshooter, I think.
Yes, 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 yes. So his part wasn't too big, but he's not. I mean,
Wasn't
I
he in
think
Training Day or something like that with
yeah,
Denzel?
yeah. Training Day, but what got him started was the one with Robin Williams and Matt Damon, Dead Poet Society. That's the one that got him going.
I've
So
never seen that.
I've seen parts of it, and I want to watch it again because I don't remember it. So
I tend to stay away from the serious stuff because it's like if you missed it when it came out, it's kind of weird to go back and watch it. Um, I don't know why. So it's funny. So I was talking to my son today, and I have these weird little quirks, that are just mine, or so I thought. And my son was telling me, he's like, "No, I do that too." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, I have that same stuff." So we asked my daughter. She's like, "Oh no, I have that too." So it's like genetic at this point. I'm like, "Okay, well then, thanks, Dad. You gave that to all of us." It's just funny. So like, I can't watch something that's supposed to be funny, but it ends up being cringy. I have to fast forward it because if it's just awkward and you can tell people are failing, I'm just like, I'm out. Like sketch
right,
comedy, I can't do bad sketch comedy. I just can't do it because it's like, oh God, these people they're just dying up there on stage. I'm out. I can't do it. It's awkward. Or like an awkward scene in a movie. I can't do it. I have to fast forward through it. Like it's some weird awkward dialogue where it's like uncomfortable. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm here to be entertained, not be made to feel things. So I pulled up Dead Poets Society because I don't know anything about it. I did not know. Only one I knew that was in that was Robin Williams. And you said Matt
yeah,
Damon's in this too?
I do believe so. Yeah, I do believe so.
He's not on the top listed.
I could have swore it was Matt Damon.
So it's Josh Charles. It's funny, like you learn these guys' names, but you're like, oh yeah, I recognize him. And this is another week. This is kind of a breakthrough for the show too, because it's another week where Kaz hasn't watched Blade Runner 2049, and I haven't played Ghost of Yotai. So like we're staying consistent, guys. Ethan Hawke, Gail Hansen, Josh
Okay, so
Charles.
I could have swore he was in that.
Yeah.
I could have swore Matt Damon was in
Lara
that. But
Lara
maybe it was
Flynn
just Ethan
Boyle.
Hawke.
I didn't know she was in that.
Yeah, I thought it was man, so maybe it is Ethan Hawke is the I thought it was Robert Williams and I thought Matt Damon was in it, so
He was not, sir. And this movie, what year did this movie come out?
89.
Oh wow. Yeah, because wasn't Matt Damon's first movie? Was it Rounders or
No, it was another one with oh
Kevin Smith?
no, it was
Let's
the other kid, the one that killed himself.
You're gonna have to narrow that down.
No, young, he was young.
Was it Good Will Hunting? Was his first one?
No. Before that,
Get rid of that.
it,
Get rid
it,
of that. Get rid of producer. All right. Let's see. Previous. So let's go all the way down to see what the first thing Matt Damon was in. Mystic Pizza,
it's
1988. Mystic Pizza was his
no,
first.
Explorers was his first movie.
What?
Yeah, Explorers with
He was
River
in.
Phoenix.
He was. Yeah, I love that movie, and it was awful.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yep.
he
Seen
was
that
in
movie.
Field
That
of
was his-
Dreams as a baseball fan at Fenway. School Ties, 92. Uh, Courage Under Fire, Chasing Amy. I've never seen any of this stuff. Never seen the Rainmaker. It says he was in Good Will Hunting. Oh, that's their movie. I'm getting them confused. Dead Poet Society, because they both have Robin Williams. Sorry. The first thing I think I ever saw of Matt Damon would have been Saving Private Ryan. That's where he popped into my purview, was probably Saving Private Ryan. I thought Dogma was pretty funny. That Talented Mr. Ripley is very uncomfortable. Have you ever seen that? Where he assumes the identity of somebody and it's really awkward. Yeah, that one's weird. I like Titan AE. It's animated.
Yes, Titan AE was good. Assault on Precinct 13 was actually really good.
Ocean's 11 was fantastic, which was Kaz recommendation, which I would have never
I didn't even
watched.
know Ethan Hawke was in that.
Was in what?
You talking about Matt Damon, or
I'm talking about Matt Damon. This is Matt Damon's
okay.
career.
Okay, yes.
I think
okay. Matt Damon.
Probably where Matt Damon. What movie do you think really put him on the map? Would it have been School Ties with the going after the Jewish kid in school?
Matt Damon, the first movie that probably put him on the map was the gambling one. I thought you were talking
Rounders.
about Rounders.
So Matt Damon's first movie appearance was in Mystic Pizza.
Okay, see, I thought you were talking about Ethan Hawke. So
I didn't want to bore people with a boring guy, so we just skipped over him. I know he was a big dude in a lot of Kevin Smith stuff. Him and Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, just one word. It's just one word, folks. Now we have a mutual friend who hates Ben Affleck. He says every scene he's in, it looks like he's trying not to laugh. And I said, so he hates him, and I kind of see it, but I like Ben Affleck.
Probably that really put him on the map would probably be The Bourne Identity.
Saving Private Ryan was pretty big though. I mean, that was
that. Yeah, but see, he was there was so many people in that though.
Yeah. Because if you go back and watch it, Vin Diesel's in that.
Yes, I heard that.
I didn't.
I've never watched it.
You've never? Oh, dude, it's amazing.
Yeah, I've never watched
it. Anyway, so that's enough discography.
So I got a couple rants. So just so y'all know, insurance, bullshit.
100%.
Yeah, all insurance is bullshit. So let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Like or same. If I tell you that you took that, how would I do this? Let's see. So you took my New York Yankees hat, wore it, your dog chewed it up. I need you to get me a hat that's the same as the hat that I had.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
I guess get on the internet and find it.
Find a hat that was the same.
Right.
So if it's a fitted ball cap, size 10 3/4 or 12, whatever size it is, you're going to get me the same.
Right.
So insurance company tells you, we can't do this because in your policy it says like or same.
Well, that means exactly this. Exactly.
Nah.
Yeah.
But we can't do it because your insurance policy says like or same. What absolute fucking sense does that fucking make?
None whatsoever.
Exactly. Insurance companies can suck anything you want them to suck.
So my whole problem with the insurance as the way it is like you're mandated to have all this insurance, but if you use it, it's up to the insurance company whether they raise your premiums, which they do, or they cancel you. That shouldn't be
Well,
allowed. If you're forcing me to have it.
they've changed some of the stuff in like homeowners insurance.
Okay.
It's in there to where if you claim stuff that now they cannot drop you for a claim.
They could just raise your rate so high you go somewhere
They'll
else.
just raise your rates.
And it's like car insurance. The amount you and I have paid for car insurance over the life of us,
I should be driving a Lamborghini.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like you're doing this and they mandate that you have it. But the 3 times I've been hit, guess what? Those people had no insurance. And I got my car fixed the first time. My insurance went up. I didn't do anything. So I don't claim it unless it's totaled the car out. So I'm like, how is this good? I'm a good, safe driver. And this guy rear ends me, tears up my bumper. And now my premiums are going to go up this much money. What kind of freaking scam is it? Insurance is the biggest fucking scam. I promise you.
It's even worse on house insurance. It's even worse.
Oh, I bet.
It's even worse. Dude, they try to tell you like or same in the policy, but yet you're gonna charge me for depreciation.
Huh?
So my house is worth more than it was before. So like my buddy told me this. He's like, he makes what we make. His wife
Okay.
probably makes a little less. He built a house. Insurance company comes out and says, but to rebuild your house, you have to have $850,000 worth of insurance. He's like, Kaz, it didn't cost me $850,000 to build the house. He said, and on what I make, I can't pay for an $850,000 house. So what makes them think they can insure my house for $850,000?
That's a good
They're
question.
crooks. They are crooks. It's so bad. So I heard a law firm on the Sports Animal the other day. If you made a claim with your insurance and they're not paying you to get your stuff fixed, call us. We'll get it taken care of for you. That right there shows they're a bunch of crooks.
Oh, absolutely. Washington. I'm looking something up because I think I heard this and I don't know. Okay, so the biggest lobby group in America is, of course, pharma companies. Then it's insurance.
I came up with the saying today. So in that one movie we watched with the guy from 300 and Ice Cube's son. Remember he was the cop and he told the police is the biggest gang in the world.
Yes.
No, I'm gonna say the U.S. government is La Cosa Nostra. Follow me.
Yep.
The insurance companies are the Yakuza. So Yakuza's worldwide. Everywhere you go, you got to have insurance. The police and stuff like that, we're just gonna call them the cartels. You know, you got the Sinaloa cartel, so you got the FBI, you got the Mexican Mafia, CIA. You know, that's how it's gonna be worded from now on. La Cosa Nostra and the Yakuza, because don't nobody want to mess with the Yakuza.
Well,
They're everywhere.
It's just
But
a
so is the La
scam.
Cosa Nostra.
You do dude, and this goes back to what I said a few podcasts ago, why the young people are cashing out, why they would rather watch it burn than contribute to it. Because you look at us. We've done everything that we were supposed to do. And you've got a beautiful house and you want to get the roof replaced, and then they're like, "Nah, go eat shit. We're going to just get the cheapest shingles we can. You're not going to replace, you know." And it's like, why am I paying you then? Why am I paying all of this money when I need it? You're like, nah, we're good. You're going to get substandard parts and have to, you know what I mean? It's like, I can understand why people are disenfranchised, you know, and it's just like one of our people in chat said they have motorcycle insurance. They have to pay for it all year. They can only ride it because they live in Canada. They can only ride it so many months a year. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? That's robbery. You should only pay for the insurance you need when you need it. But yet, I mean, like in Connecticut, Vinny was telling me this. You pay depreciation on your cars in taxes with your property taxes. So if you own two cars, you're paying taxes on it, not including your tag. How are people okay with this? Oh, it's just what we've always done. There's got to be a better way to do it. You know, that's my hope, though, is that the millennials will finally get through and actually start making changes. We're not going to like all of them, but God, something's got to give. What's your other rant?
Well, oh my God. So, you know how we hate Disney,
Oh,
Disney
absolutely.
properties?
Yeah.
Now, we both pay for Hulu because because of what's on Hulu. It's not because of the Disney stuff that's on Hulu, because you're not getting much of that. So, the college football playoff, and OU made it. They deserved it. But for the college football playoff is voted on by a group of people.
Is that the
Um, uh,
BCS?
no, it's past the BCS now. It's called the college football playoff because there's 12 teams.
Okay.
So it goes past college. So I'm not for sure what week. I can't remember week 10, 8, somewhere in there. They start voting and putting the teams in the basically they're voting in the top 25 because only the top 12 are going to make it. So first of the year, Notre Dame gets beat by Texas A&M and Miami. They got beat. Then the rest of the year, they come back, win 10 games. They beat 3 top 25 teams. They are ranked by the same people that pick the final college football playoff. So at one point, second to the last week of the season, they were number 8 or so.
And how many teams are
OU,
how many rankings are there?
well, they start off the beginning of the year with the AP 25, and it goes on, and the AP 25 keeps going. So there's an AP 25, but then there's a college football playoff ranking, and that basically takes over for the AP, and it's a group of people that the colleges and everybody has chosen. So they pick them, and it goes off of wins and all this stuff. So Notre Dame is ranked above. They're ranked above OU at one time. Then OU beat Tennessee. So then OU gets closer, which was a highly ranked team. That's what they deserve to do. So then OU beats Alabama, another decently ranked team at the time. I can't remember what they
So
were.
if you're
They
Alabama, do you end your life getting beat by Oklahoma? I'm just asking for a friend.
no, because they made it in the college football playoff. I'll get to that bullshit in a minute. So so we're going on down the line. Notre Dame is 9. Alabama is 10, maybe even 12, somewhere in there. But Alabama comes up, beats Auburn in whatever bowl, whatever the game they football. It's called the Iron Bowl. Who cares? So then they come up. Then they play in the SEC championship game, get smacked around by Georgia. So now they have 3 losses. They rank them at number 9.
Okay. Is that not so? That's not where they should be. Because I don't
Well,
know understand.
they get so the week before the college football playoffs, they're ranked. I'm sure Sooner Girl could tell us, but they're ranked. I want to say before the SEC championship game, and OU didn't play in the championship game. There's quite a few teams, but my problem is that if for the last 4 to 5 weeks Notre Dame has been ranked above Miami because Miami had some bad losses, why all of a sudden do they take the head to head at the end? If they had the same record, It doesn't. They didn't beat anybody at the end of the year. They should have been ranked above Notre Dame to begin with if you're going to use the head-to-head
Right.
deal.
Right.
Right. So what it is our wonderful ESPN, who can now suck a fat one, they're lucky I don't have to pay to watch them. They vote Notre Dame out, which they hit those. Basically, what they did is they pushed them out because Notre Dame doesn't have a conference. And what it is the schools are mad because Notre Dame is an independent school. And so, like last year when they made the run to the national championship game, they get it. That they do is so a bowl game. So say if there's two teams in a bowl game, like an ACC team and an SEC team, there's a certain amount of money that each school gets.
Okay.
Whatever it is, I don't know. I don't want to look it up. But then that school, they get a bigger percentage, but then they have to divvy the rest of it up between all the schools in the SEC or
Oh,
the
okay.
ACC. Notre Dame's not in a conference. So that all the money they got from going to the bowl games and winning in the playoffs, they didn't have to share with anybody. So they're mad. So the
But
schools
that's
are
the
mad
way
because Notre Dame.
but that's
That's
been
the
the
way
way
it's
it's
always been.
right. Okay.
Notre Dame has always been an independent school. So what ESPN and Disney are trying to do is they're trying to force Notre Dame to be an ACC school. All the rest of their sports programs are in the ACC,
What's
but
funny is
Notre
I
Dame's.
just mentioned that to you, what, 2 weeks ago? I was
Oh
asking.
yeah, I wasn't mad then. I was okay because at the time they looked like they were going to make it in. But now they, it's like one of the analysts on ESPN said. He said all I want is clarity. He said you can't have it one way and have them ranked above a team that you're now using and saying because of the head to head that they don't get in. You can't have them ranked above. The same group of people voted on them to be ranked higher. You can't use that at the end all of a sudden. That's not how it should work. If you're using one standard or way of voting, then Notre Dame should have got in. Even though Miami beat them, Miami should have still got in, but Notre Dame should have got in also. If you're going to use that standard of voting that you've been using all these weeks,
Right.
you should. So now I was like, okay, so maybe I got to thinking about it. Maybe Notre Dame should join the ACC. Then I got to reading on all the stuff that they did, why they got it to be an independent. Now, fuck ESPN. Take all the money. NBC is giving you all this money. I guarantee you, NBC came to them and said, look, y'all stay independent. We'll double your next contract. And Notre Dame said, okay, they're not playing in a bowl game. Everybody's giving them shit for not playing in a bowl game.
Why
Who
would they
cares
play
if
in a
they go?
bowl game? I mean, if it's not for the title, I mean, what's the benefit of that?
Exactly. And nowadays, your major players, if they're going in the NFL, they don't even play in the bowl games because they don't want to get hurt. They don't. They don't play. They don't play anymore because they're
Well,
working out,
yeah.
getting ready for pro days and NFL Combine. So guess
Are
what?
there players in college that get signed like before they graduate, or do they
Oh
all
yeah,
have to go to the
yeah. If
draft?
yeah, no, you have to be drafted in the NFL.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know. Deep breaths, Sooner Girl says. Deep breaths, Cass. You're
No deep breaths. Fuck ESPN. Fuck them. The horse they rode. I've been so mad for that. But my buddy had me all talked into it. Like maybe they should join the ACC. And then I got to reading all the stuff they had to go through, and that's why they went to independent. And now you people are mad
yeah.
because they get money. They're a private school. Screw y'all.
Yep.
Screw y'all because y'all are jealous.
No, I agree
Just
with you.
just because Notre Dame's got 11 national titles and most people can't even sniff that. Screw y'all.
Now, I'm not trying to poke the bear, but my
The
philosophy.
bear's already ready to
I
eat
know,
somebody.
I know, but like, so as a non-fan of like collegiate sports, technically, in my eyes, the only people that should be competing for anything should be people from like 4 conferences, let's say 5 conferences to make it, because I know there's a bunch, and they have to get where they need to be. Like, so you've got like the NFL, for instance, you got north, south, east, and west. It's simple.
Right.
And your record is your record, and
Right.
you compete
I agree
based on your
totally.
record. So, like in that instance, I think that Notre Dame should go into a conference. But as it stands now, what benefit would it be to them to do that? Like, like you said,
It's
if
all about money.
right,
ES, ESPN can't control what happens in that section of the deal. They're not, so Notre Dame goes to a bowl game. More people are going to tune in and watch. The Notre Dame fans are going to tune in and watch. So now ESPN's not going to get any of those eyes or as many of those eyes on the game. They're still going to get it just as many eyes because they get the money from the revenue, the ad revenue, all the commercials, all that stuff. And that's the problem. It's all about money, and everybody's mad. When I started reading that, and I started reading these other
they're
analysts
jealous.
piping in about that, they're jealous because Notre Dame doesn't have to.
Most
Do I think they should be in a conference? Probably yes, so we avoid this problem. But and if you win, you wouldn't even have this problem. But
right, right.
but the point is you let a 3-loss Alabama team in just because it's Alabama?
Yeah.
No,
No.
what it is those schools are jealous. And on top of that, hey, man, if anybody's watched Notre Dame play since those first 2 games, and by the way, they lost 2 games to 2 top 12 teams by 4 points. So I don't even want to hear nothing about that. So, all of y'all.
This is the most fired up I've ever heard him on a podcast.
Yeah, I've been stewing about this all week. My buddy had me riled up, and then my roofer comes over and he's adding fuel to the fire today. I was like, "You see all these guys out here putting on this roof? We'll bury you in this backyard, you damn OU fan." Oh, he was giving me what for today.
I just don't understand because I thought
You
the
see
whole
that
point.
text I sent you?
Yes, I did. I sent back what
Why?
the
Why? Oh, I don't know. That's what keeps popping up on my computer.
is it your virus protection software? Is it Google? What
I
is
don't
it?
have any, and it's from Google Chrome.
Well, don't click it. Whatever the fuck it
I,
is,
I
don't
keep
click it.
Xing it. It just keeps popping up.
That's yeah. I don't know what that is. Someone is downloading files from your PC. Is it you? No.
Sex.
Just say no.
Yeah, I do. And then uh some crap pops up. So I don't know.
Huh.
I've restarted it once already and it
Yeah.
didn't do nothing.
Just yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Uninstall Google Chrome. I don't have it installed on my computer and I can still use it. So, uh, but I just, man, I thought when they went to the playoff system that was going to alleviate this kind of stuff because it was like your record basically gets you in or out, except maybe if you're kind of questionable, like where you're at. You know what I mean? Like you didn't quite win enough, and it's like the last 5 teams basically have one loss, and we're trying to figure out who gets in and who doesn't, right? Um,
Yeah. I mean, and I understand that it's a big deal. And like in the conference championships, they take the highest rated conference championship winner. So like um the Big 12, their conference championship winner wasn't ranked, so they didn't get in.
right. I'll be
So
honest.
I
This
mean, I
complexity
understand.
is
I
why I
understand
never got into
stuff,
sports.
but the double the not having a strict way to vote, and just because you don't like somebody, it just
Well, I mean that
it's
you're
as bad
leaving
as
it.
this NIL crap.
Well, I mean, it's human nature, right? Like that's my problem with it. Is like the NFL, your record is your record. You get in or you don't based on your record. It takes away any kind of bullshit like what you're talking about. It's one of the reasons I never got into collegiate uh, sports because I'm like, it just doesn't make sense to me that you could have a perfect record and still get shafted at the end of the year because they vote on it.
Right.
Back in the day, because they would try to explain it to. I'm like, it's dumb and it's easy to corrupt. I don't want to watch it because you for instance, you could be a fan of a team that has a no conference and does good all year and loses once and they're going to choose the conference that and pick them and put them in, and it's like that doesn't make sense to me. So
Yeah,
I
it
thought
does.
they had a playoff for the teams that were like on the cusp or something. Is that a thing or
No,
did I
that
just
this is it right here. This is
okay?
the so basically the top 4 teams get a bye. Then there's 8 teams. Those 8 teams will play, and then um those 8 teams will play, and then they'll play the teams that are on a bye.
Okay. Well, that's awful.
So, yeah, it's terrible.
But it's like, you always say it. You always say the same shit. It's always
It's
about
all
money.
about money. It's always about money.
And I was like asking you, because I asked you a bunch of these questions last week or week before that.
Yeah.
Like all about Notre Dame and stuff. It's the only reason I know anything about it. I didn't know that they weren't part of a conference. And so if I heard you right earlier, you said that they left a conference because of the corruption.
No, they've always been independent, but they had to. There was a lot of they might have been in a conference. I can't remember, but uh, they stayed independent because they couldn't get teams to play them back in the day. Whenever it was,
Why is that?
I don't know. It just said teams wouldn't play them. I guess I think it had to do with the Catholic part of the because they're Catholic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it had to do with that. So
they definitely like their young sports team.
It's
making me wonder why you're watching, huh?
Oh well, I started watching. I started watching Notre Dame football because I was fairly new to Oklahoma and I didn't really like OU sports. Everybody was an OU fan, and I had a good friend of mine that him and his dad watched Notre Dame football every Saturday. So every time I was over at their house, we watched Notre Dame football.
That's a girl got me into the NFL because she was hot and I wanted to get closer to her, so I started watching her team. That's the only reason I liked the Packers. I didn't even know where frickin' Wisconsin was. It was just like, oh, it sounds cool. So apparently, Notre Dame in all sports except football and men's hockey are in the ACC. Men's hockey, they're in the Big Ten, which doesn't.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know. Well, there's a lot of schools don't have. A lot of places don't have certain sports. Like a lot of schools don't have gymnastics or.
I didn't know there was collegiate hockey in the United States. I had no idea.
Yeah.
This is gonna this. So here's the shit that sucks. I don't want to know any of
this. I'm just closing all my web browsers. So
I don't want to know any of this. And 10 years from now, I'm going to pull this out of my ass because somebody asked a question about Notre Dame and I won't forget it. That's how my brain
it's just
works.
It's just been eating me all week. So, and then me and my boys missed the playoffs in fantasy football by one spot, and so
see that's why I don't try. Why try? See, if you don't try, you don't lose. It's easy.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
Oh my God. I was trying to pull up one of the stories you sent me, but okay, here we go. Where was it? Oh, you sent me quite a few.
Yeah, I sent you a whole bunch of.
There was one that used. Okay, so that's yeah, I sent that one to you. That's how we ended the show last week. So you were going to bring up last week, but we decided not to, the Somali fraud.
Yes, in Minnesota, that's getting pretty bad.
So I don't know this is all conjecture because I haven't looked this up, but this is something that he said. The DEA's chief financial director under Obama, Paul Campo, who resigned in 2016 ahead of Trump's administration, had his Virginia home raided and has been charged for agreeing to launder $12 million for CJNG, a Mexican cartel. Woo. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's a forever jail sentence. And then when you're in jail, if you didn't say the right things, you don't live. Because that guy Chauvin, he got murdered. I don't know. Did we talk about that last week?
I don't remember.
So
Chauvin.
he got stabbed to death. I think. Let me see. I'm looking because I heard something, but I didn't look it up. Stabbed in prison. Let's see if I can pull this up here. Derek Chauvin, the ex-cop convicted of George Floyd, stabbed multiple times by another inmate
Oh no, we didn't talk
at a
about that
federal
last week.
prison in Arizona, surviving the attack after life-saving measures. Okay, so he survived the shanking. The person that I heard the story from said he was killed. So I wanted to is expected to survive. Okay, so but the guy that stabbed him apparently, he was stabbed 22 times.
Wow.
So this John Terskak reportedly worked for the FBI in some form or fashion. I can neither confirm nor deny that, and I don't know, man. What is what did he? Oh, George Floyd. Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like, I knew the name, but I couldn't. I missed that part when I was skimming it. Man. Anyway, what else you got?
Oh, did you see the Oklahoma City Black Lives Matter leader?
That's the one I was trying to find, and I didn't see it. Go ahead and tell us about it.
According to the Department of Justice, the DOJ, just so y'all know, a federal grand jury has indicted and charged Tashella Sherry Amore Dickerson of Oklahoma City with wire fraud and money laundering. According to the indictment, beginning in at least 2016, Dickerson served as executive director of Black Lives Matter in Oklahoma. Says that she, let's see, raised more than, online donors as well from national bail funds. In total, Black Lives Matter's Oklahoma City raised more than $5.6 million, which included grants from national bail funds, including the Community Justice Exchange, blah, 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 blah. According to the indictment, let's see, for racial justice. Oh, she was supposed to use these national bail fund grants to post pretrial bail for individuals arrested in connection with protests for racial justice after the death of George Floyd. When bail funds were returned to Black Lives Matter Oklahoma City, bail signs sometimes allowed to keep all or a portion of the grant funding to establish a revolving bail fund. Despite the stated purpose of the money raised and the terms and conditions of the grants, that in the beginning she embezzled funds from that alleged $3.15 million of the 5.6.
I'm looking at a picture of her, and I know she
Yeah,
owes a couple million
yeah.
to get lunch. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sure it'll come out. Oh, it says that she bought
12
their
houses or
alleged,
something?
yeah, something like that. Something like that. A bunch of houses. So she was using the money probably to set up, like, buying her own real estate and,
Yep.
Rent houses and stuff like that.
How fucking stupid do you have to be to
5
do
counts of
that?
money laundering, each count of wire fraud, faces up to 20 years in federal prison for each count.
Mm-mm-mm. See, children, we don't steal money because it always
Yes,
leaves a trail.
but also, you don't give money to a crappy ass organization. I mean,
Yeah, no. It was a hard heat of the moment. People were like trying to support it, and then it was like a year later they start looking into this organization. And they're
and
like,
I'm not saying what
oh,
they were
these
trying to support was bad. I'm just saying it was a crappy organization.
yeah, and you dig into any of these non-charity, no, what are they called?
Nonprofits,
Nonprofits.
NGOs.
Yeah, you start to realize, oh, they're corrupt from the floor up. They get 2 cents out of every dollar goes to the charity. The rest of it's for overhead to keep the business running because that's what it is. It's a business. And I know the head of BLM, I think she's under a lot of indictments.
Oh, the 3 ladies that were in
Yeah,
California, two of them are for not paying taxes. They were under indictment for
and
not
they
paying
bought a
taxes.
mansion and
Oh,
did
they
all
bought a
kinds.
couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So anyway, that's funny. And now are they going to hold her trial here? Do you think?
she was just indicted the 5th, I think. So
When they
I'm sure so it would be here in Oklahoma.
when they indict you, do they arrest you, bring you in, do all that stuff, or do they just bring you a piece of
Yes,
paper?
I believe an indictment. That's a good question.
Because I know they got Whistling Diesel. They came to his property and arrested his ass for not paying taxes on a Ferrari in Tennessee, and like took him in and fingerprinted him and did all that stuff. I'm just like, how?
That was actually
Yeah, it was just chicken shit. Our government's a bunch of chicken shit little dictators. And all they had to do was send this dude a letter saying, hey, you've got unresolved tax issues. The guy's, he's rich. So he's got accountants that do all that stuff. They would have wrote a check and cleared it up. But they didn't. They wanted an arrest.
oh yeah, that's what they wanted. They wanted
God, I swear to God, if you wear a badge, man, you owe it to the people of this country to be honorable. And like if somebody tells you to go do something, man, you gotta question it every once in a
yeah.
while. I'm not saying
It
every
says
time, but
it says when you get an indictment, a grand jury has found enough evidence or probable cause to formally charge you with a serious crime, usually a felony, leading to an arrest or voluntary surrender, an arraignment to enter a plea, bail detention decisions, and then discovery, pretrial motions, and potentially a trial or plea. It's a formal notice of charges, not a conviction, but starts the complex court process.
okay. So Ralph was telling me, I talked to him this week. He was telling me he had to go
Sorry.
into Canada because they at the border, one of the guys that he works with, they wouldn't let him in because he lied about being arrested like 20 years
Hmm.
ago. I'm like, at a certain point, you've got an illegal immigration problem up there. You think the guy actually doing a job is going to be the problem? You stupid idiot Northerners. God, I hate Canadians. I'm just
They're
like,
they're they're
they're
bad about
horrible
that up
at
there.
border. They're horrible now. We used to get along, but now they got a dictator. Trudeau set up the socialist communist utopia, the great white shithole, and they've got a problem with all kind. No disrespect to our Canadian listeners. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You're the exception to the rule. But your leaders, just like our leaders, are a bunch of fucking idiots. I was like, so they just said, nah, you can't come in. He goes, yeah. So he had to go up in an emergency thing and go up there. He does stuff for concerts. That's all I'll say. And so he had to take over that guy's position anyway. I was thinking about that. What else do you have for the beautiful people, Kaz? Crickets? Crickets?
I'm sure I can find something I've sent you that we've talked about quite a bit.
Oh, okay. I thought you had another story. That was
Another rant. That was no. I did. Oh, let's talk about this one. This one's kind of funny. It has to do with Florida.
I know where you're going. It's the yeah. Go ahead.
Uh-huh. Let's pull it up.
All right.
Um, let's pull it up. Florida.
So here's what it says. It says 8 Philadelphia youth football players are facing charges for retail theft in Florida after deputies say they stole more than 2,000 in merchandise while in town for a national tournament. Hey kids, don't steal stuff. It's probably not going to end well. Because of the arrest, the teens were unable to participate in their scheduled championship game and their team lost the game. If you don't steal, we're your best friends. If you steal, we're your worst enemies, Polk County Sheriff said. This dude,
I love him. I love him
over or
so
under,
much.
does he get over 50 death threats a week or under 50 death threats a week?
Oh, I bet you get 75, and I bet you he gives him his address. I bet you he says, boy, I'll be down there at the local coffee shop, have a cup of coffee by 7:30.
You know
This is
where
what
I
you're gonna
work.
do. Yeah. This is what you're gonna do. Before I clock in, you come on see me, and I'll give you that ass whooping you've been wanting all day long. I'm gonna give it to you. You put up a good fight, I won't arrest you. But if you spill my coffee, I'm fucking you up.
Yep. Yep.
But if you watch the video, he holds up the list of 40, was it 42, 45 items? And the whole time underneath it, there's the sign like the coach tried to get him to drop the charges. And he called them like a ring. Like he's like, I
Oh,
bet they've done this before.
I
Because
mean,
if you watch the video, when they walk in the front door, they all scattered. It wasn't like they were walking around and shopping, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is cool," and pickpocketing something. They scattered when they walked in the front door. Scattered.
oh my
Like they've
God.
done that shit before.
So, oh,
And they call it a Polk County theft ring.
that's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know what they were doing down there to play football. It must have been
Probably Little League or Pee Wee
it's, eh,
football or something.
well, they were I
Well,
think they were all under 14, I think. Yeah, because they couldn't give any of their names.
okay, so yeah, they're underage because I think
Yeah.
that's the law nationwide. If you're a minor, they can't release your names.
Yeah.
But the Polk County
No.
Sheriff, didn't he put a picture of them up? Like,
I think he put all their mugshots up, but I don't think you can give their names.
that's hilarious. He's like, so if you see him, you know him. This week was kind of a big deal. I'm gonna switch gears a little bit. So
Okay.
you've heard me talk about it. I don't know if I've shared videos of this guy with you, Nick Fuentes.
Yes.
So he went on Piers Morgan, and Piers Morgan. The more I learn about the guy, the less respect I have for him. And this interview sealed the deal. I'll never watch another thing this guy does. Not that I agree with Nick, but
Not on everything, you know.
no, there's a couple things that he says that I'm like, that's too far, dude. Like, no, reel that shit back. You got to cut out the racist stuff because he goes hard. He believes what he believes, though. So I respect the fact that he stands by what he believes. And Piers Morgan interviewed him and basically threw this man's dad under the bus, like gave him the full legal name. And his dad, Nick's dad, is just a working dude, man. He's not in this at all. Nick's like, you can come after me all you want, but leave my parents out of it. Like legit. And he does that to try to put pressure on it. And Piers kept trying to get him with gotcha bitch. And he never could because Nick's like, okay, fine. You call me racist. Now what? And it was just like, that doesn't bother you? No, I've been called worse. I grew up on the internet. Like, dude, I recommend everyone go watch it. It's some of Nick's, like, he couldn't get Nick to crack. Like, and I'm like, everyone pay attention. This is why this guy's popular, because he walks the walk, he talks the talk. How many political pundits do you see on TV that talk all this game and say all this shit? They leave the office and they're completely different. Probably most of them. Probably most of them don't believe in half the shit they're saying. This kid believes it. He believes in what he's saying. He believes in his message. His followers follow him because he's that way. And they're like, well, shut him down. They've already done that. They've already canceled the guy. They've already kicked him off every platform. He came back and he's stronger than he ever was. He was like Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. I mean, and like, and England's got bigger fish to fry. There's a young woman. I got to find that story. And they're sitting here attacking this kid because he has hard takes on race. He has hard takes on everything. Leave him alone. Stop poking him. Stop bringing his name up. And guess what? If he crosses the line, people will fall off. But you make somebody a figure, they're gonna go after. Like he's gonna draw eyes, because if we know anything, and you and I know this, if there's a car wreck, everyone's slowing down to look.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna draw more eyes to it. Like if you're genuinely afraid of somebody's message, just leave them alone, and they people will, they'll get bored with it after a while.
My thing about it though is sometimes Piers Morgan's okay when he's he gets on these agendas, and I wonder who puts him on these agendas, because he can't say things and he can't agree or disagree with
this is a
anything
story
that
that
the
came
government.
out. A UK woman, Elizabeth Kenny,
You know what I'm
was
saying?
recently convicted of a hate crime
Hello?
for using the term. You can read it in private text messages. Now, these are private. She didn't say it out loud, but she was sentenced to a community order, not jail time. Still, like, you can't even text your friend and call him the F word. You can't, you got to be like, even in private in the UK, you have to be watching all of your stuff. You can't shut up, F word. Like, so you got Pierce Morgan going after Fuentes, and you're just like, really? Like, you don't have more problems in your country? And then the Tucker interview where Tucker just kept saying it, that stuff. Oh, nope, nope. I unplugged it, Jeremy. Sorry, Kaz, whatever. There we go. Yeah, I moved my chair.
Oh my God.
I thank God I had my phone up. I
Yeah.
saw the
So
text.
see, my son likes to say it's me. It ain't me.
No, it's not him.
It's the guy running the show. It's the guy running the show.
It's the moron operator.
So what I was trying to say a second ago, and I said it once. You didn't get to hear me. The thing about Pierce, the thing about Pierce Morgan is we don't know how genuine he is because he's over there
He's the
on the other
Geraldo of
side.
Great Britain, or the
Right, but understandably, he can't say or believe or post some of the things that he gets on and talks about. You're like, okay, it seems like he's genuine, but then he talks to Nick Fuentes or he talks to Tucker Carlson and he wants them to say a word. You can't say this word. I can say it a million times.
right.
Even though he was on the Tucker Carlson show, he couldn't say the word
Right.
because he'd go to jail.
Yeah, when he
just
lands
like the
back
story
in
you.
UK. Yep.
As soon as he and because he's not a dual citizen, he can't get away and hide over here.
Right.
So how genuine is what he's saying, and who's pulling his strings? Because, like I said, some of the things he does, I like, but then it looks like you see somebody's got the carrot and is leading him a different way.
Yeah. Well, the Nick Fuentes interview was so insincere. It was like,
but that's what I'm saying.
Crowder interviewed
how do you
him.
know? But how do you know he doesn't? He can't. That's the thing about you got a British guy interviewing a guy that just as soon call him a peckerwood, doesn't care.
Yep. Yep.
But there's nothing he can say.
No.
He can't say anything. He can't. He might agree because of all the things that we know are going on over there. He cannot agree with Fuentes one bit.
No.
Because just with the story you're fixing to read right now.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Well, I was reading that.
Yeah, I know.
12-month community order, 72 hours of unpaid work, 10-hour rehabilitation, or 10 rehabilitation act. So she's got to go to rehab for using the F word in a text message. I hope they never see my text messages. I'm going to prison for life. Just between me and Newcomb. Duke. Me and Duke, some of the stuff that we say to each other, yeah, it's hateful. It's just absolute. We try to hurt each other's feelings. We cross a lot of lines, but it's all in fun. We're not trying to hurt anybody. So I didn't know this till I watched this. So you know Top Gear, right?
Right.
So Piers Morgan was the man that Jeremy Clarkson punched in the mouth and got fired. He got him fired from Top Gear. Was Piers Morgan. Now that I know that, I'll never support him again.
He got Jeremy, the big guy, fired?
That's why that whole show tanked, was because of this guy. He's a bitch. And I think we should stop supporting bitches like him. Because, and then he gets interviewed by Steven Crowder, and Steven was like, you say you got him. He goes, did you ask him why he likes Hitler? Because I didn't see it. Did I miss it? Was it because the uniforms were cool because they were made by Hugo Boss? Is that why? I was just like, damn, man, he was roasting Piers. And it's like, he's a shock jock for the UK. And like you said, how much of it's genuine? How much of it isn't? I mean, he went so far as to call Nick a virgin and then laugh at him. I'm like, what are you, 12? Oh, you don't have a woman. It's like, really? My God, dude. The level of ego that Morgan had in that interview at the like, I got him. And he came off looking like a bully and a jackass. I mean, legit. I watched most of it and I was just like, if you're trying to sway people, you didn't do it. And so somebody said, if you wanted to see who won the fight, you go on, I think it was YouTube where it was posted, and go and read the comments. And he goes, if Piers Morgan wanted to find a positive comment, he had to scroll a long way down. It's like, this is what's got the young people leaving all of these older people behind, and they're not supporting them because they're like, you guys are you're just jerks. Like, you're not sincere. We, like you said, nobody knows what Piers really thinks. You know what the fuck Nick thinks? 100%. He says it every show. There's no gray area with Fuentes. Like, you know what he thinks. And a lot of the new media, that's the way they're going. Is you know where they stand on any given issue. Like it or hate it. I mean, the Charlie Kirk guy, you know where the hell he stood on almost every issue. You know, that's why he had such a large following, because he was genuine in what he believed. And if he changed his beliefs, he made it. Here's why.
Yeah.
And you never believed that these people are being fed information on what to say, like a Piers Morgan or some of these other guys on TV. You're like, and this new generation, somebody broke it down and it was fantastic. If I could remember the video, I'll post it to my Twitter. But yeah, these younger generation was trying to do, you know, the game plan, especially here in America. I don't know about the rest of the world, but you know, there was kind of like, you get out of high school, you go to college, you get a degree, you get a job, you get married, you get the house, you get the car, the kids, everything, you know, you have a good life. They get out of college, nobody's hiring. They got a mortgage payment for their college because they took out loans because nobody told them don't do that. So now they're paying you can't get out of it. At least in the US, you can't get out of your school loans. They'll garnish your checks for the rest of your life till you pay them back. And now a lot of them are posting videos about how happy they are to live in their car. And then you're like, I don't understand why they're like that. I can show you videos. So, and they're sick of being lied to. I was watching
but the problem with that is they're voting for the people that are lying to them.
Oh,
so
100%. 100%. They're voting for the Ocasio-Cortezes. She's just a grifter. The reason they couldn't find a job in her district is because she scared Amazon away, because she said she's going to tax the crap out of them. So Amazon was like, well, I guess we're not building a facility in your district. So yeah, no, the problem is nobody's told them politics isn't the answer. We got to shut down some of this stuff. You know, it's like, but that was a fascinating, this whole Nick Fuentes craze. And what's crazy is I've watched probably 4 interviews, because I started with the Tucker interview, and then he was on the young cat that I wore the suit. He was on that. And then he was on the Piers Morgan interview. There was one more that I watched him on. He is consistent on every single one. And he's just a down-to-earth, like, interesting fellow. Like, he has reasons for why he believes what he believes. Nobody told him, this is what you think on religion, this is what you think on race. He came up to these by himself. And I think that's why he's so popular, because he's so sincere. I mean, we talk about it all the time, how fake the media is. Like we'll see something on our local news. You immediately got to go and research it yourself because you can't believe what they said. And that's just local. I'm not talking like nationwide. But do you have what you were going to talk about pulled up, or did you have to close it?
Oh, it's just beeping in my ear, so keep going.
Okay.
The thing about it is I think people are getting they're so tired of being force-fed what to believe that when they find somebody like a Nick Fuentes, or who's the other guy that we like that does the sounds, the black guy,
the twins?
No, the single guy, he's actually not black. He's an immigrant. What's his name?
Oh man.
On Twitter. Oh, he's the opposite side. He talks bad about the other side
Oh,
about his own race. Yes.
there's a couple of those guys. I know what you're saying. Yeah, and they roast him. His community
Yeah, but
just roasts him.
what's his name?
I cannot think, dude.
I can see him.
I'm sure I'm following. I'm going through my list of followers right now. I'm trying to see where in the hell.
Oh, there he is. Oh, Myron Gaines. He
Oh,
gets the followings because some of these people say what other people think. So by following somebody like a Nick Fuentes or a Myron Gaines or an Emery King, somebody that already has a voice on the internet, these people are getting the backup that they want, and it fuels them. They don't necessarily need somebody to say, "Get them, boy." They're already going and getting them.
yep.
They've already been trying to be canceled. You've got a bunch of people in your DMs telling you, "I agree with you," or they're feeding the fire. So somebody like Nick Fuentes, he's allowed to believe whatever he wants to believe. I don't understand
It's the
if
message they
if
don't
you
want
people
getting
can
out
jump
there.
on the Charlie Kirk and be a big fan for Charlie Kirk, but yet another white guy says something else.
Yeah.
How do y'all crucify him? This is a country of free speech.
Well, they did go after Charlie though. They called him the Nazi
What
and everything else too.
they
That's what got him killed was
uh,
because of that.
what man? It's so bad right now for poor Charlie Kirk, and I don't I'm so tired of seeing stuff on it because I don't know what to believe.
Yeah,
So
they've muddied the water so much that it's like I just tuned it out because I don't have enough casual empathy to pay attention to it. I know that may make me a bad person, but I'm with you. I
it
just can't.
doesn't because I don't know what to believe. It's like I like Candace Owens. I don't
Oh
see why
yeah.
people they're it's bad. Both of them. I mean, they're I just don't get it. I don't.
I, everyone's trying to get their clicks. That's what it boils down to.
Yes.
Um, and, and the thing
Yes.
is what I've learned to do is like, and I say this at work all the time. If it doesn't affect me, I'm not paying attention. I'm not going to notice it. And this drama of did this happen or did this, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea, and I'm not going to watch videos on it supporting content creators like Ian Carroll who are coming out because I like some of the stuff Ian Carroll does, but he turns everything into a damn conspiracy. He's like, straws. What do you know about straws? Well, it's a one world government that controls the manufacture of straws, and he's got all. It's like that's just too much, man. It's just too much. I don't care enough. And that's what ends up happening is when you fill the air with everything, it just becomes so much that you just stop caring. You have to. You can't care anymore. And the way the algorithms work is if you like said thing, especially on places like TikTok, that's all you're going to see is said thing. And
Oh yeah.
I don't want to
It's
be in that echo chamber. Um, but yeah, I recommend people go check out the Piers Morgan interview. I think it's interesting. Like I said, you don't have to agree with people. I'll be honest, and this is probably going to make some people upset. I remember interviews with Obama when he was a congressman. I was like, the dude, I'd vote for him for president. Like he was saying all the right stuff. He was saying all the right stuff prior to when he ran in 2008. I was like, the dude seemed down to earth. He seemed genuine. I think on the interview I watched, he had to stop and go have a cigarette at one point. I was like, I can relate. Like, he just seemed like a normal, genuine dude. Then he gets in office and he kills more people with bombs and drone strikes than anybody in the history of the world. Hindsight, right? Um,
right.
but like, should they? So who should get? I guess my point is, who gets to decide what message we get to hear? Who should have control of that in a country that has free speech? Who gets to hold the lever of power that says your message is approved? Or does anybody?
That's a good question.
because the way they're approaching this is they're saying Nick shouldn't be allowed to say what he's saying. Like him or hate him, that's what a lot of the people in positions of power, especially like a Ben Shapiro and people like that, are like, get him off the air. Should they be allowed to? Because his messages doesn't sync up with the message of everyone else.
That's a good question. I mean, it's hard to say anymore. I don't, I don't know anymore because it's like everybody else is, they're, you're not getting a consistency.
Yeah. It's like Candace. Candace has went since Mr. Kirk passed away. She's went on this thing about blasting his wife religiously. I'm going to use that word. I never watched her. She was never like, every once in a while, you and I would get a clip and be like, no, I think she's right on that. Right. Like, it wasn't ever like, holy crap, did you see what she said? It was never, it was just kind of like, dang, yeah, she was blasting that congressional hearing or whatever. But at a certain point, do you shut her up? Do you kick her off and you censor her just like the left did? Well, then explain to me how you're any different than the left when they did the mass purges of Twitter and social media back when Biden got in office. You're not. You're the exact same. I don't think you censor them. I don't think you say anything. I think you just let the message fall on whatever ears it's going to fall on, and or you come out and you prove them wrong with your own videos. You say, here's why they're wrong. But what tends to happen is where they lose this new generation is this stupid, idiotic name calling. They'll come out, Nick Fuentes is a racist, and here's why. As soon as he says that, anybody that was willing to listen in this younger generation, they're out. They're tired of being name called. So now they're going to go over to, and Nick doesn't call them names. He doesn't, from what I've seen, I don't watch the guy. I don't know. But from what I've been told, he's pretty genuine. He's not sitting there calling you names. He's not sitting there trying to ridicule you. Maybe he does, and I'm wrong. I don't know. But I think as soon as you start doing that shit, you just lose people, because it's like, no, I'm here to hear your side of the story, not hear you just ridicule and cry and point fingers at him, calling him names. So, and from what I've seen, the detractors to a Fuentes, all they do is point and say bad names. Nazi, racist, bigot, phobe. And it's like, dude, I don't know about everyone else, but I'm sick of hearing those damn words, because they've lost all sensitivity with me. It's like, well, shit, everyone is at this point. So, okay, maybe the kid's onto something. And so I don't know. I don't think free speech it's made to protect all speech, especially the speech that you hate.
I agree.
In a place where ideas are supposed to win the day, shouldn't the best idea win? So if his idea is bad, you guys got all these thinking people, you got invite him in. He does debates. Debate him. Your ideas versus his ideas. Put it to bed. If he loses, he loses. And then you can gloat about it. Chances are you're not going to get him with the same old gotcha tactics that have worked before, because that's what Morgan tried to do, and it just didn't work. It bounced off that dude like he was freaking Superman. It had me giggling. I was just like, damn, this dude is cool as a cucumber, man. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. I just, God, I'm so sick of this smear campaign on this kid. Like, and he says very controversial things. Like on the Tucker interview, he said, I'm a big fan of Stalin. I remember Stalin's birthday. I'm like, what? Ask him about that shit. Nobody's asking him about it. Like,
he's just pushing the envelope to see what he can do.
Oh yeah, and
that's
how much of that's legit and how much of that is just him being a troll? Like, until you ask him and get an answer, like the Hitler thing. Ask him why he likes Hitler. Why doesn't anyone ask him that?
Maybe they never ask because they don't want to touch on it. They don't want to.
They're afraid of getting in trouble.
They're afraid of getting in trouble, canceling it. It's just, it's it's the word you use is so disingenuous all the time, and that's a big word for me. But these people are just they are. I
Yeah,
just want to say stupid. You try to be all nice and shit. These people are just stupid. Look, if you don't know why he says that, ask him why he says that.
100%. Get an
He
answer.
it, and how many times have we also said if you don't like what he has to say, you can go on Twitter and you can put on the little icons where you don't want to see his shit no more. But guess
Block.
what? Yeah, no, it'll click. When you look right here, when you click on X, it'll say ad removed from lists, block. There's all kinds of stuff. If it's really bad, I don't want to see stuff like this, and it won't show you anything else like it anymore. But guess what? People want to see it. They wanna, they wanna,
It's a
they
car
wanna
wreck.
poke the bear. They
Hmm.
yeah, they want that negativity that he's making them feel. If he says something bad about Martians, why are you saying so bad about Martians? What did Martian ever do to you? Why are you hateful against Martians?
Yeah.
They,
Yep.
it's like they live on that. It's the same with the other guy we were just talking
Myron.
about,
Myron. Yep.
Myron Gaines, and he shows you they're trolling him, and he was like, "Why are y'all in my feed if you don't like me?
Right.
Why are y'all helping me get views? Why are you doing this?" It's the same. Amiri King. If you don't like seeing what he posts, just go on by. It's just like a movie. If you don't want to watch it, if you don't like Matt Damon, you know, we don't understand some of these things. Like we don't understand why somebody who used to like Joe Rogan all of a sudden doesn't like Joe Rogan because he changed the way he votes. He hasn't, but it does not change the way he does a podcast.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah.
His
No.
podcasts are the same. He sits down and has a conversation with the person, and he asks them some things. And I mean, heck, I was listening to a pod. This is a good one for you. So I was listening to Howie Mandel. This podcast was from 2023. In the podcast, they talk about a 60-minute episode to where they're talking about AI in 2023. We were not discussing AI in 2023. We've just been recently discussing AI.
Right.
In this podcast, it talks about the AI learning Bengali, I believe it was a foreign language, and it was not told to learn it. It learned it on its own. In
That's a little
2023.
scary.
Yes. Yes. Makes no sense to me. And now we're all worried about AI even more now. But we weren't talking about this in 2023. Um 60-minute. Go ahead. But that's just scary as hell to me.
Yeah.
I got my shit to act right. I don't know what I did.
You
I
shook
had to
it.
delete everything. I did kind of put it in the chokehold, don't talk back to me type of hold. You know better than that. But I did it quietly so y'all wouldn't get upset with me.
So
Um,
I want to congratulate somebody. They won VTuber of the Year, and it's hilarious. So they had streamer awards, I guess, in the past month. I don't know, but a guy named Burnt Peanut, who's just a peanut who plays video games, won VTuber of the Year, and he hates VTubers, so it's fucking hilarious that he won. So he did it as a troll and actually won the award. But fans are attacking people like Iron Mouse, who's just one of the sweetest people ever. And I'm like, why are these people like this? Why do they attack people? Like it's just say okay, and like you said, change the channel. But Bert Peanut, my friend Chu sends me videos of him all the time. He goes, "You kind of remind me of him," and I was like, "Well, that's why you're not going to play games with me anymore, fucker." Uh, but yeah, I thought that was funny that Burnt Peanut. I'm gonna see if I can pull up an image. Yeah, it's just a peanut with teeth and ice. That's technically he's a
let me see.
VTuber.
Let me see.
Yeah, it should pop up.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's awful. He won VTuber of the year. So, uh, yeah, I don't know, man.
That's I've seen him before. I've seen
Yeah,
stuff on iFunny from him. Yeah.
yeah. So Congratulations to Mr. Peanut. Wait, I guess you can't say that. That's trademark. Congratulations to the Burt Peanut. Um, I don't have anything else. All I basically had going into this week was the Fuentes stuff. Real quick, I don't know if I talked about it at the beginning. Octopath Traveller 0, great game.
Yep, you talked about it a little bit. You said you started playing it.
They made me hate all the bad guys so much so that I'm just playing this game just so I can destroy those people. Like the way they make these little sprites, like, oh, dude, it's brutal. I was like, leave it to the Japanese to bring life to a little 16-bit, 32-bit game. It's just awful. It's so awful. I was just like, God dang, I'm gonna cry. It's great though, and it's I think $49 for a new copy of it. It's not very expensive. You're gonna get hours entertainment out of it.
Heck yeah.
I think my son is playing Persona 5. That is a lifelong commitment. I'm pretty sure. That game is one of the longest games. I've never beaten that game. That's how long it is. And I think
Really?
I got 110 hours in it and I still haven't beat it. Yeah. Yeah, it's brutally long. And I bought their second game, their latest game, which is Metaphor Refantasio. It's basically the same MO and it's just as long. I was just talking to my son about it. I was like, that's like a lifestyle. That's not a game. That's a lifestyle. That's all you're going to play. Because if you don't, you're never finishing it ever. Oh no. What did you just send me? It's going to be awful. I can feel it.
Oh, no, it's not. It's not.
Oh,
Sean
okay.
Ryan just put out an update.
Oh, okay. Okay, go back. What did I click? Oh, geez. Japan.
Oh, I love that lady.
I do
I
too.
love that lady so much.
She is hilarious. She's good for their country though. Like she loves her people.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I think we're gonna bring. I think all of this open border stuff, and this is just my opinion. I could be off. I could be wrong. But I think the failed way they did the immigration has caused the reverse effect. People aren't welcoming them in, and instead they're seeing a problem with it. And what you're going to see in the next generation is the exact opposite of what you thought you were going to create, because that's how things work. It's a pendulum. You try this thing, you force everyone to try this thing. It fails horrifically because government's involved. Then when it swings back, it goes to the opposite, and people start going the opposite way. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I see it, but I think it's going to take a few years. It's going to take more bad things to happen than have happened. And the sad thing is they're so oblivious to what's going on because they keep it away from them. You know what I mean? It's not in their neighborhoods. It's in the poor and middle class neighborhoods that it's affecting. So they don't even care.
that's exactly right. So I just pulled this up for the YouTube. Microsoft AI says stop hurting white people is an example of hate speech. Microsoft is trading its AI models that phrases such as stop hurting white people and go forth and make white children are examples of hate speech. It's just
Let me ask Grok, what is an example of hate speech?
okay. Go ahead.
I am. I'm typing it in so I don't
Oh,
have to listen to her.
oh, you could talk to her. I know how much you
Well, I
do.
don't. We have a love-hate relationship. She's not as bad as now. I don't talk to her like I talk to Siri because Siri's about as dumb as a box of rocks.
He does
I
too.
I, to,
It's
I,
abusive.
I told that I told that bitch to call Mr. Anthony the other day. Called another guy we work with.
That's he was upset about that last night. He was going
Oh my
off on it. I
gosh.
was cracking up.
So, according to Grok, hate speech generally refers to expressions that vilify, humiliate, dehumanize, or incite hatred, discrimination, or violence against individuals or groups based on protected characteristics like race, ethnicity, religion, gender, sexual orientation, disability, or national origin. There is no universal legal definition. It's handled differently worldwide, and in places like the United States, most forms are protected under free speech rights unless they cross into direct threats, incitement to imminent violence, or other narrow exceptions. So, really and truly,
That's hate speech. What they're saying isn't hate speech.
yes.
Yeah.
So, really and truly, and isn't that guy one that wants thinks that the
World is
is that the one that
overpopulated.
thinks
Yep.
the world is overpopulated? Yeah,
Yeah.
I do believe so. I do believe so.
I I'm just so sick of this dumb shit, dude. Like, just let everybody be everybody. Because I swear to God, if you're older than if you're our age group, you remember a time when we just kind of didn't care about race at all. Like everyone was just kind of like doing
If
their
you
own
were a
damn
cool
thing.
person, that's what we said. If you were
Yeah.
cool,
And
we
if
were
you
cool
weren't,
with
we
you.
might call you the F word or
Yeah,
the G
the
word.
G word.
Exactly.
You know, it's like smoking a cigarette.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. But like, dude, we just, the most racist people would isolate themselves because people would be like, get away from me with that shit. You just
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
tolerate it back when we were younger at all. So anyway, all right, I think that's going to do it for this episode of how bad can I fuck this show
And
up
there's
this week.
and there's not enough deep breaths or alcohol to take right now. It's gonna be a while, just so y'all know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Kaz, tell them where they can find us.
Well, now that I've got it fixed, you can check us out every Friday night, 6:30 on YouTube. Please give us a like, a share,
Central
follow,
Standard
thumbs up.
U.S. time. So do the math
Yes, yes. Central
calculations wherever you
Time.
live.
Yes, yes. Central Standard Time. You can hit us up on the good old X, or if you're old, it's Twitter. It's Odd Times Podcast. Odd Times Podcast on the TikTok. That's where we are. Everybody's a TikToker these days. I try to stay up to date on it to let me know what y'all think. They can send Mac an email to oddtimespodcast@yahoo.com, and then they can find him some places.
On X at Odd Mac Guy and Odd Guy Mac on Twitch. And I'm semi regular on both. But if you ever want to send me something, just send me something. I don't care. Unless your name's Beetlejuice and you fucking block me and stop talking to me. Other than that,
Did he?
no.
Oh, was that like that reverse psychology?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So until next week, we
Yes.
will see you beautiful people then. And
God
hopefully
bless
you'll
America.
and hopefully you'll get to hear this podcast in its entirety. We'll see.
Yes. And peace and chicken grease.
Yeah. Oh, God damn. So I'm gonna read some of this real quick before I close the YouTube out. Oh, it's all just Beetlejuice. Shocking. I thought Ralph would be in here, but Ralph said it's hard to tell time when he's on the East Coast, which doesn't surprise me. He is an American. Can we keep the word simple? There are Canadians listening. No. In some states, there's an insurance company where you only pay for what you drive, but they track. Oh yeah, yeah. They're starting to do that shit here too, Beetle. They have this thing with State Farm. You put this little tracker in your windshield, and then you can get a discount if you. I don't know. You don't do the hard braking or whatever. So I just
Yeah, it won't work for you and I though.
no. Well, what I did is I didn't realize what I signed up for. So I have a car that just sits here. So I put it in that car and I got a discount.
Okay.
So, because it doesn't go anywhere. So it's like, yeah, I don't ever drive that car. All right. So I think that's going to do it for us. I don't have anything inappropriate to put on YouTube this week. Not like the big lip lady from last week, which is still haunting my dreams. Because she did that to herself on purpose. Is there anything
Who did?
Oh, that video I put up last week of the lady that got the
Yes.
the Botox in her face hole.
Oh, that was terrible. I didn't send you anything like that today.
No, you didn't. Is there anything you're looking forward to this week coming up? Videos, movies, or anything you're looking forward to doing?
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I'm just ready to get back to playing.
I know one of my sons, I'm gonna have to get ready to go watch the new what's the pretty movie with all the that was in 3D that they made. What
Avatar.
we're on number 20. Yeah, the new Avatar's
God,
coming out.
those movies
So
are so overrated. My
they're
daughter,
but they're fun. They're entertaining, and my son likes them. So I mean, they're not
I don't.
something I watch over and over again, but they are beautiful to watch.
I
I
refuse to.
will give them that.
James Cameron is such a princess bitch, dude. I just don't like. God, that guy is just like, I am the most prolific videographer and I'm explorer and I'm so amazing. Have I told you the ways in which I am amazing? Let me start. Yeah, I just,
I I have no clue about that because I don't care.
the one way I can learn to hate you is by listening to you talk about how great you are, and I'm immediately going to hate you. But
Yeah.
that Avatar movie, my daughter loved it. And at the time, I had a 3D
Oh, my
TV
son loves it.
and she bought it on 3D. I had to buy a Blu-ray player that played 3D movies, and we got
Uh-huh.
glasses with the TV. I'd come home from work and she's up watching that damn movie with the 3D glasses. I was like, how many damn times you gonna
Oh,
watch it? She loved it. She loved it. I've never seen the second one. I tried and I got bored, turned it off. So when's that come out? This week?
it's sometime this month. I'm not for sure. He hasn't told me anything, so.
Maybe he'll forget. You could get
Oh
lucky.
no,
You
no.
you could.
We no, no.
All
Yeah, no.
right, man.
But
Well,
he talked about it all right.